right, thank you everyone for coming. Neighborhood Alliance has been compassionately caring for the community for nearly 100 years now. And we are helping communities to grow stronger by caring for our clients' most critical needs and empowering them with tools to create a better life for themselves. We provide a number of critical services in the community, including emergency shelter, homeless outreach, weekly meal deliveries for seniors, socialization activities for older adults, child care and child enrichment programs, as well as access to family support programs like Help Me Grow. The grand opening of the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen is a pivotal moment, not just for Neighborhood Alliance, but for all of Lorain County and those we serve. The impact of the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen for Lorain County residents will be to help us eliminate the wait list for home-delivered meals for older adults. Right now we have close to 100 people who are waiting for home-delivered meals. That list continues to grow every day. We are hoping to provide 350,000 meals annually out of this new kitchen that we're going to be opening today, and we'll build up to that up through 2026. So we have a long-term plan here to continue to provide meals to the community. We will be able to offer out of this kitchen delicious and significantly more nutritious meals that will encompass dietary restrictions, food sensitivities, and cultural diversity. The Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen is also slated to become a host site for the externship program at Lorain County Community College and the Culinary Arts program. None of us would be here today if it weren't for the tremendous community support that we've had. 3 years ago, on April Fool's Day of 2020, during a pandemic, Dick Bonner donated this building to Neighborhood Alliance. His gift was the catalyst we needed to launch our capital projects. With special thanks to the Lorain County Commissioners, we were able to break ground on this kitchen because of a grant that they made for us of $500,000. So we really appreciate that they were able to do that. We also want to thank Mayor Frank Whitfield of Elyria, who has embraced Neighborhood Alliance being in his city, and we're very appreciative of these partnerships that we have in our community. Finally, I want to thank our steadfast funders whose nimble and generous support has helped us to thrive in the face of adversity, also known as a pandemic. Additional funding for this kitchen was made possible by lead gifts. We had a $150,000 grant from the city of Elyria to help us build this, the Stocker Foundation, Bendix Commercial Vehicle Systems, and the Norton Family Foundation. So thank you so much to all of you for your support. All right, so now allow me to welcome Commissioner Michelle Hung to say a few words. Her support for this project has been truly amazing. Michelle.
And I'd like to point out Commissioner Lundy is in attendance here today, and he worked on the grant. So just acknowledging him, and she's got a few words to say. Good morning, and on behalf of the Lorain County Board of Commissioners, I'd like to thank the board chairs and the members for all the work they've done making this a reality today. Our wonderful Alicia Foss, Kathy Valderrama from the board, and Laura and Rebecca and Brian and all of everyone at the leadership team here today. Thank you. It's because of all of you that we are here celebrating this day. And Alicia mentioned it, many of the events that I've been going to lately bring up the facts and the truth and the stories we all went through as a community when the COVID-19 pandemic hit Lorain County. The pandemic highlighted many items and put a brighter spotlight on where those of us in leadership roles could work together to lend a hand and lift people up. The American Rescue Plan Act grant enabled the Lorain County Board of Commissioners to award a $500,000 grant for Neighborhood Alliance to expand their kitchen to better serve our community. The bottom line is the intent of the ARPA grants were to get the dollars back out into the community, and the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen is the tangible, real results we can see. And we are proud to be here today to see what this collaboration has brought. And I think we might also be a little teeny bit excited about what the chefs are whipping up in that kitchen today for us. But In all seriousness, for the past 12 to 18 months, the residents have seen the presentations and the data and the artist renderings. But what do the folks here at Neighborhood Alliance see? What do they see? They see the people they will serve, because for them, it's all about the people. And it is my pleasure, thank you for giving me the time, to introduce the Mayor of Elyria, the Honorable Frank Whitfield.
Good morning. Thank you, Commissioner Hung, for the introduction. Congratulations, Alicia. Congratulations to the Board of Trustees here at the Neighborhood Alliance. This is such an epic day for the city of Elyria. So many people have made so many memories in this building, and now they're going to be able to create new memories here. And it's actually providing a service to the city. So thank you to your board for trusting in you in this vision, and thank you for having the fortitude to see it through, because I know this has not been an easy journey. So yeah, please give the director a hand. So today I've been asked to not only do some introductions, but I'll also MC the event today. So I'll be your Steve Harvey, your whoever else you think for today. I'm a little disappointed you didn't ask me to do two things I love to do. One is cook. I would have loved it. I'm a great chef. Don't ask my wife what she thinks about that. And I love to eat, as you can see as well. So those are two things I wish I had done, but I will be kind of chaperoning you around today. Again, this is a really important event. The Neighborhood Alliance serves over 51,000 meals to seniors right here in the city of Elyria. So I've had the fortune to be able to ride along and deliver those meals, and I know the residents appreciate this. So many families who don't live here still have their elderly loved ones who live here, and they trust in us to be supporting them while they're still here. And I'll never forget, right up the street here, when we were delivering one of the meals, we had knocked on the door, and I was with Mr. Torres, wasn't I? Yep, I was with Mr. Torres. We knocked on the door, and we're sitting there, and we're waiting, and we think, all right, maybe we should just get in the car. No one's there. Big home. But no, 4 or 5 minutes later, an elderly woman comes walking down the steps. She said, I was just working my way down. I heard y'all at the door. I was working my way down. And we got her food, and she was able to eat. And it just shows there are just so many people in our city and our communities that sometimes we forget about. And it's organizations like yours that make sure they're remembered. So we appreciate the work that you do. And again, we're thankful to Elyria City Council for approving the grant. We're thankful to the commissioners. Commissioner Lundy and Commissioner Hung were the champions of helping to make this happen. And we were glad to be able to support as well from a city standpoint with City Council, again, utilizing these ARPA funds. So I know the fundraising isn't done, so if you're interested in donating to a worthwhile organization, this is definitely one worth supporting, and I encourage you. And thank you to some of those many familiar names you heard around the Norton family, the Stocker family, just these, Bendix, these legacy folks who you constantly see their names being charitable. And so we're thankful for them, but encourage you all out there to be charitable and think about this organization as well. So with that being said, I'm going to introduce a couple things because I know the chefs are ready to start cooking. So let me tell you a couple things. So today we have some esteemed judges, which again, I was not one of them. South Elyria's own Marcus Madison, now with the Cleveland Clinic. Tony Gallo from the Lorain County Chamber of Commerce. Kathy Valderrama, the board chair for Neighborhood Alliance. Sam Flores from Second Harvest Food Bank. So those will be our judges. Can we give our judges a hand? And then we have some local community members that will be acting as sous chefs for each team. That includes Lynn Rice-Head from the Community Foundation of Lorain County, Lauren Kashazik from the Lorain County Office on Aging, and Lise Day from the City of Elyria. So let's give them a hand. And last but most importantly, we have 3 homegrown Lorain County chefs competing here today. They're Chef Sean Wright, the head chef at the Foundry Kitchen and Bar right here downtown Elyria. Chef Michael Castro, the creator of Modern Elegant Chefs, a premier catering company here in Northeast Ohio. And Chef Angel Sanchez, a talented young chef who specializes in launching restaurants in Northeast Ohio. So let's give them a huge round of applause as well. And without further ado, I'm going to ask Tony, Commissioner Hung, and Kathy to join me in the kitchen for the ribbon cutting. All right, let's do it.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Foss, President and CEO of Neighborhood Alliance. Today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our new kitchen. Come on. All right, so this is the new Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen. We took an old locker room and turned it into a beautiful new catering kitchen. This kitchen will serve all of our programs, including our home delivered meals program, and we are the largest provider of home delivered meals in the county. It will also serve the Haven Center Homeless Shelter and all of the residents that we take care of in that facility and cover their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as our child care centers who will receive breakfast, lunch, and snack out of this kitchen. So this is one centralized kitchen that will be available to all of our programs and help us to bring down food costs and be able to serve more people. We'll take you on a quick tour. So you can see we've got some combi ovens right here so that we can do the warming of the food and some cooking. We also have our stovetop. That's 10 burners. This is a tilt skillet that can be used to make a number of different things, including pastas and soups. We have a great big garage door that we can load and unload our trucks. And if I were to put it up, you would see that there's a lift out there so that our drivers don't have to lift the food out into their vehicles. They can use the lift instead. This is one of my favorite features, the walk-in cooler. This space used to be a sauna, but now it's a walk-in cooler for all of our refrigerated items. We also have a walk-in freezer. It's so big, I want to make it my office. Here we have our dishwasher and garbage disposal, as well as our sanitization sink so that we can make sure that things stay nice and clean so that we don't make anyone sick with the food that we're serving. So this is a 5-compartment steam table. This is where we prep all of the food for our meals. It gets prepped on the steam table, keeps it nice and warm, and then it goes into this Oliver packaging system to be packaged into individualized trays like this. And this is what goes out with our home delivered meals. This piece of equipment here is a blast chiller. When it's in use, we'll be able to use it to repackage food that has been given to us or donated to us by different catering companies who maybe have leftover items from an event that they did or something like that, and no one's touched it, it's not been used, but they don't want to throw it away. So we can repurpose some of that food safely, freeze it in the flash freezer, and then get that out to people who need it. So currently our kitchen serves about 150,000 meals per year. Now that we have this great catering kitchen, we will be able to increase that capacity up to about 300 to 350,000 meals a year. That's a lot of food going out into the community, and we're very excited to be able to open this kitchen and get that food out the door.
My mom and dad is James and Virginia Green. Just want to let you know everything's been going well. The deliveries are going well, and they are very appreciative of the services they're getting from you all. So thank you very much. Again, this is Timothy Green, and I'm calling on behalf of my parents, Jim and Virginia Green. Thank you so much. Bye.
This is Robert Mick, and I want to tell you what, I am so grateful for y'all's help that I'm almost in tears right now. You ain't never going to hear me complaining about what kind of food's offered. I'm just lucky to be getting the food. Thank you all so very, very much, and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
I'm now 101, and I'll be 102 in October. I've been living, I lived alone for years now, like at least 15 years. But since then, I lived alone here with no help till 2 years ago. And then I fell in February of 20, I fell and broke my arm. And the humerus is completely separated from my shoulder. And so I can't lift this arm at all, and there's no support in it. And I can do this from the elbow, but I can't go up over my shoulder. My niece, Carol, one comes in the morning and Gal comes in the evening and see that I'm fed. And they've been doing this for 2 years. And that's why I felt I need a rest. And they're both retired, they need their own time. So I just said, try Meals on Wheels, so that they could have a little more time. I've enjoyed it, and the meals are tasty. They're on time, and it's been really perfect for me.
I moved here in October of 2015. I worked for about a year and a half before I started feeling very dizzy and like off-centered. And I went to the doctors and found out I had cancer. The oncologist for the first time, met him, but got some tests done and so on, and that's when we found out I had all these things, lung cancer, brain lesions, what else did I have? I had kidney cancer, I had ovarian cancer. I mean, when I got hit hard. And that was, the beginning of my end, I guess. Once the chemo hit, you're no longer able to even move half the time or even go on with your life. So when Neighborhood Alliance came along and brought me food that was like portioned, it's almost like the diets, like where they give you pre-portioned food, but it was good food. It was real food. It wasn't fake. It wasn't like frozen food that you got. It was very good. I can't even imagine life without it. I can't. I look forward to Tuesdays and Saturdays and Fridays when my food is dropped off. Oh, come on, let's go see what I got.
So Mayor Whitfield here, back again at Neighborhood Alliance, and I'm excited to now talk to you about the competition. So we have 3 chefs and their teams that will be testing out the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen. They will be preparing a single dish. They have the option to prepare an appetizer, an entree, or a dessert. The dish could be sweet, savory, or both. So let's go check it out. All right, so we're going to check out some of the teams here. I see Lise, be careful with the knife. So who do we have here? Who's the crew here?
I'm Chef Angel. Yes, this is Will Parker. This is my partner.
Least day.
All right, so you had the option of doing an entree, an appetizer, or a dessert. What did you choose?
We chose an entree.
Okay.
We're going to go with a prosciutto wrapped chicken. Prosciutto wrapped chicken. And then we're going to go with, we're going to use avocado as a mystery gift item. And then we're going to do a nice little salad with that.
So that's one of the dynamic parts about today's competition. Every team had to use 2 items that were selected by Second Harvest. And these are items that are typically in the food pantry. So do you know which items were from Second Harvest in your?
Yes, the squash and the avocado.
So the squash and the avocado. I'll be back to check on you in a little bit. Yep. All right, so how's it going over here? All right, and what's your name?
Sean, right?
Sean, welcome. Welcome. Good to see you here. Thank you. And your name?
Lynn.
Hey, Miss Lynn, how you doing?
Great, how are you?
Good, good. So you had the choice of doing an appetizer, an entree, or a dessert. What did you choose and why?
We chose to do an appetizer, just to do something small and light since summer's coming up. Want to try and incorporate some things that people can use to, have a nice day on the patio, have a nice little appetizer, so maybe some wine or something as well. And just, try and focus on using as many of the ingredients that the food bank has to offer to showcase those as well.
So what were some of the items from the food bank that you had to use in your recipe?
We chose to go with avocados, pistachios, beets, and pork rinds as well.
Okay, pork rinds. Now that's unique. All right, is this something you've done before with the pork rinds?
No, it's actually the first time I'm trying it out, trying to do something different. We're going to use the pork rinds as the breading mixture for the shrimp. So you're going to have fried shrimp, but with pork rinds as that crispy element instead of using just a normal flour or something like that.
Oh, that is good stuff. I've never heard of that before. I'm looking forward to trying some. And maybe this might end up on the Foundry's menu someday. And who are you?
I'm Nick. How you doing?
Are you helping out with this team? All right. Well, good luck. We'll be checking back with you. What do you have going on here? You look like you did some
Peppers and jalapenos. It's going to be for our chimichurri sauce.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. Well, good luck. And last but not least, who do we have here?
Chef Michael Castro.
Hey, Michael, how are you doing? So you had the choice of choosing a dessert, an entree, or an appetizer. What did you choose and why?
We're going with an entree because that's the main thing. That's what everyone's looking to eat.
And then you had some items from Second Harvest that you had to incorporate in your recipe. Which items do you have to use for your recipe today?
So we're doing some avocado, some sweet potatoes, and then we'll also be doing some pork rinds when I get around to that.
Okay, good stuff. So the avocados, it seem like, is a consistency. And what's your name? And tell me a little bit about Office on Aging.
Sure. Lauren Kashazik, I'm the executive director. Neighborhood Alliance asked me to do this, and here I am. Office on Aging, we are so excited for them today. I can't say how excited I am and how this is going to just improve the lives of our older adults, wipe out the waiting list. No one should wait for food. No one should ever have to wait for food. So this is the beginning, I think, of an amazing opportunity for us here in this community. I'm so excited to be here for it.
We're glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. So some of the ingredients that the chefs are working with today that they had options on were collard greens, dill, pork rind, or the fried pork skin, sweet potatoes, eggplant, squash, udon noodles, beets, prunes, pistachios, or avocados. So you've heard avocado is going to be somewhat consistent throughout the competition today. But the chefs have begun cooking. They will have about 75 minutes to prep, cook, and plate their dish. And at 12:40, they'll be presenting it to the judges. So we'll continue to work our way around and check out some of the folks who are here. don't even know if we're supposed to be back here. But y'all remember this, right? This is the old pool. This is going to be converted into space for Neighborhood Alliance that is going to be offices. They're going to be providing services here. And again, it's amazing to see a place that created so many memories for Elyria residents is now going to be creating services and new memories for Elyria residents in Lorain County abroad. So we're just super proud of this. And I hope you support them.
You've probably heard of Neighborhood Alliance. After all, we've been around for over 90 years. But did you know we offer a lot of different resources? Our programs fall under 4 main categories. Child enrichment services. We provide childcare and early education for kids between 6 weeks and 12 years. This includes preschool, summer camp, before school, and after school activities. Family support services. Whether it's preparing parents for their baby's arrival, helping new parents grow their skills, supporting kids with delays in development, or helping kids get ready to start kindergarten, we support families of all kinds at no cost to the family. Senior enrichment services. We're here to make sure older adults in our community have someone to talk to, a hot meal when they need it, and that their family and caregivers have support too. And shelter and emergency services. Haven Center Homeless Shelter serves men, women, and families. It's also an extended stay shelter, giving our people much needed stability while they find permanent housing. Projects for Assistance in Transition from Homelessness, or PATH, meets our unhoused neighbors where they are and helps them connect to mental health providers, housing, healthcare, and other services. We're helping communities grow stronger by meeting critical needs and empowering individuals and families. To learn more, visit myneighborhoodalliance.org, helping communities grow stronger.
So we're back talking with some folks who are here to support the event, and I'm going to start interviewing and talking to folks about why they supported this amazing project here in the city. And one of those champions was Commissioner Hung. So I wanted to start with her and just ask you, why was this important for you to support?
Well, thank you, Frank. You're doing a great job here, MC.
Thank you.
Floating around here and talking to everybody. But as everybody knows, this started with the American Rescue Plan Act grant that the Board of Commissioners did for Neighborhood Alliance to get their neighborhood nutrition kitchen built. So this is a very exciting day to see a project started, in front of us on the board and coming to fruition and touring the kitchen today. And with that, I'll throw it over to Commissioner Lundy, and
before
he'll
you do
talk.
That, you were early. You were early on this, and you mentioned that you came over here before any of this had started.
Yes.
And so, talk a little bit about what you saw from then and what you see today.
Well, we saw the old building and then the generous gift for the new building, and toured the old building. And we were here that day with the sledgehammers when Alicia was pounding through the wall, which was a pretty exciting day, getting it started. So it's neat to be here to see the project starting from start to the finish.
Yes, and Matt, you were part of that decision. As a commissioner, what were you thinking in terms of why this was important for you all to invest in?
Well, I think we heard quite often throughout the community about food insecurity. I think for a lot of folks they should consider themselves quite blessed to know there's food on their table. But there's a lot of food insecurity that takes place, in the county, and even the whole idea of a lot of people having to make decisions between whether it's their medicine or they're buying more groceries. So we wanted to make a substantial investment. As a commissioner at the time, we approved the $500,000. The money's supposed to go back out into the community to help people, and people were greatly impacted, especially during the pandemic. But we have a much older population here in Lorain County, so being able to address the seniors and help them out, and I have a lot of memories of my parents who worked with delivering food to families out there, to seniors out there. The other important component of this is having that human contact, just somebody to check on them, make sure they're okay. And my dad would even say sometimes the conversations are a little long, but we enjoy those conversations because we're checking on them. And but the food insecurity is a very serious issue. We have an aging population. This was we felt a good way to address it. So it's really cool to see a locker room turned into a kitchen, right, and a pool area and all those things. And
it just shows you what's possible.
Absolutely.
Sometimes our imaginations are limited.
Right.
And you all had the faith and courage to say, all right, this might be a little gamble here. We haven't seen this happen many times, but who did you trust in, and why did you trust?
Well, I mean, let's just be candid. Alicia's an MVP, right? So she's very organized. Her whole team here is very organized, and when somebody like that comes forward, plus they also presented a very strong business plan on how they were going to do it. Because I think often in government we talk about, okay, we can give you the money to start something, but how are you going to be able to sustain it? So they were able to prove they could do the sustainability, and certainly when somebody with the credibility of Alicia Foss, the Neighborhood Alliance, comes forward and says, hey, we can manage this, and they present you with a good business plan, and the need's clearly there. So it was it was a very wise investment, a good return on the investment for the community.
We're appreciative of it as the city of Elyria, for the courage you all displayed and the leadership you all displayed to help set a tone for the support that we were able to provide them as well. So again, thank you all so much for your support of this amazing project, and we're going to talk to some other folks, but thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Did we clap?
Yep. Marcus, come on over, Marcus. So Marcus Madison here, grew up in the city of Elyria. You're a swimmer.
I am a swimmer.
Did you used to swim here all the time?
Oh yes, we spent a lot of mornings here on Elyria High School swimming in the pool. I remember sweating and still being in the water.
So what does this mean for you, having those childhood memories in this building, now seeing it being used like this? What does it mean for you?
You know, I think this means for me that this is another thing that you talked about, having hope for the future and dreaming big with a big imagination. When people would drive by the YMCA, they would see this location and say, we'll never be able to do anything with this. And yet this organization, we're able to look at this organization and imagine an opportunity where we could feed the homeless, support children and families, make sure our seniors have meals on the table. So this is just a proud day, not only for our community, for the city of Elyria, and another reason for us to believe in the impossible.
Yeah, that is good stuff, man. So what do you think now? Where do we go from here? What do you see are the opportunities as you think about, all right, you know, we got this. They're still doing some more renovations here, but what is being here? What does it make you think about? You mentioned about hope and opportunity and imagination. Like, what does this make you think about as you're here today and see the different stakeholders? We talked about the different foundations that are here. You got the chamber here. As you see everybody coming together, you see the commissioners putting resources, city putting resources in. You know, you've worn a lot of hats. What does this make you think of what's possible?
This lets me know that we can continue to build community and we can continue to build better neighborhoods. You know, from the leadership of Community West Foundation, Marty Yulee and the board, they've supported the work of general operating support to feed families. And now even at the Cleveland Clinic, we're invested in making sure that when individuals come into our rooms, that they have food, and an organization like this is right there on the front lines to support them. So this is about the next progression of how do we build community, how do we bring people together, and how do we advocate for people to say, let's believe in what's possible.
Yeah, no
This
doubt,
is an example.
No, I appreciate you, man, and thank you for being here, and thank you for your support of this.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for your leadership here in the city. And I know that we both grew up in the same neighborhood, and we have that concept that we can believe in better things if we work together. So, thank you.
Appreciate you, brother, big time. All right, so we're going to spend some time going back in the kitchen and checking out how things are going there and check on the chefs and maybe get a little taste of something maybe as well. So let's check it out.
All right, where do I put this?
Thank you, thank you.
My mom and dad is James and Virginia Green. Just want to let you know everything's been going well, the deliveries are going well, and they are very appreciative of the services they're getting from you all. So thank you very much. Again, this is Timothy Green, and I'm calling on behalf of my parents, Jim and Virginia Green. Thank you so much. Bye.
This is Robert Mick, and I want to tell you what, I am so grateful for y'all's help that I'm almost in tears right now. You ain't never going to hear me complaining about what kind of food's offered. I'm just lucky to be getting the food. Thank you all so very, very much, and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
I'm now 101, and I'll be 102 in October. I've been living, I lived alone for years now, like at least 15 years. But since then,
Neighborhood Alliance has been compassionately caring for the community since 1927. With an inspired mission of enhancing neighborhoods, Neighborhood Alliance continues to expand its programs and services to address the diverse and changing needs of families and individuals alike. Our programs touch the lives of thousands every year, and in the last 2 years have been needed more than ever before. We are helping our community grow stronger by meeting critical needs. Child Enrichment Services provides quality child care for infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and school-aged children before and after school. Enrolled families are offered food, clothing, referrals, family engagement programming, and holiday support, including Christmas gifts. 97% of the population we serve lives in poverty. Family support services offer in-home parenting support, including access to education and services for new moms and their babies to help ensure the health of the children in our community. 16 staff employed in these services impacted the lives of 1,965 children under the age of 5 through home visits, phone check-ins, and early literacy connections last year. Shelter and Emergency Services Haven Center provided over 19,000 shelter nights last year to men, women, and intact families with children. 12 babies under the age of 1 called Haven Center home for 211 nights last year. Our Shelter and Emergency Services team strives to make sure each person who comes to us has their immediate needs met and gets connected to the support they need to move forward with their lives. Senior Enrichment Services provides 80% of the Lorain County home-delivered meals on 11 routes we operate across our service area. In response to tremendous needs during the pandemic, we provided 35,354 more meals in 2021 than in 2020. But we once again have a wait list with 53 seniors requesting home-delivered meals. Our services are necessary to so many in our community, and we are honored to serve as we come together to help our community grow stronger.
All right, so we're back in the kitchen, and how are things going, Sean?
Good, going well.
Are you feel like you're on pace? I feel like, what's that guy? Come on, get it together, guys! Who's that, Chef Ramsay, or is that what it is? You know, get it together! What are you doing in here? You know, I feel like I should start throwing stuff around. But do you feel like you're gonna make time?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you're confident? Do you feel like you're gonna win?
Well, it's a friendly competition, but of course we'd love to win.
Yeah, I like to hear that. Sean said he knows he's going to win. I like to hear that, Sean. Let's see what the other tables have to say about that. So they said I was sent over here to taste test. Is anything ready to be taste tested yet? Salad? No.
Nothing that's,
Yeah. So.
Sweets yet. We don't have no sweets yet, but we do have the vegetables. We got the avocado.
So kids, make sure you eat your vegetables. You heard it here from the chef.
And you have different. It's very simple. Tomatoes, cucumbers, a little bit of onion, salt, pepper, olive oil, and you have you use your avocados. We were going to use the lemons, but we decided not to, so we went with the lime. Lime and guacamole is better than lemon. So.
Good choice. So do you think you're gonna win?
No.
We got it. Lise, do you think y'all gonna win?
Of course we're gonna win.
Of course, they said of course they gonna win over here. That's what I like to hear.
I went to school with him. He's great. He's an awesome kid. I want him to win. We're gonna win, but I really want him to win.
So it looks like, Lise, you're gonna have to lead this team. You're gonna have to lead, because he's.
That's okay. She gave up her spot.
Yeah. So do you think you're gonna make time though?
Oh yes, definitely. We're right on time. We got about 40 minutes left. We're right on pace.
Awesome. Good luck. And now look at Lise trying to get into the competition's head. She's not even supposed to be over here. She's trying to get into the competition's head over here. Don't get distracted, all right? Don't get distracted. I've been asking people, Michael, do you think you're going to win?
Do I think I'm going to win? I don't know. I mean, I've never met Sean before, but I've been in his shoes where I thought I was going to win the competition and then lost. And Angel over there, Angel's a tough competitor, man. I went to culinary school with him, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. I'm just excited to see what everyone's creative minds come up with.
So Angel was rooting for you, and I thought that was pretty cool. But that's not cool for competition. You got to be ruthless in here. I just did my Dave Ramsey impression, so I don't want to have to do that again in here. But I need you to be like cutthroat, competitive. Like, see how she's trying to get in your head over here to distract you? That's the type of competition I need you to. No, I'm messing with you. But I read in the bio you had a unique kind of expertise. So talk a little bit about what you do outside of here in terms of business.
Yeah, so I'm a personal chef. I've been doing it for almost 4 years now. So people hire me to go in their house and cook for them, special events, weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, things like that. We focus a lot on in-home events, but I've been all over Cleveland. I've traveled for some clients. I've gone to Vegas. I've gone to Florida. I've gone to Atlanta. It's a lot of fun.
So there's an idea I have around. There's a closed down restaurant that has the kitchen already outfit, and I was thinking of some idea where we'd have guest chefs come in and prepare meals for the weekend for people to try out. You know, you'd be able to showcase what you do best, and you know, a Friday, Saturday sort of deal where people could come Friday night, make reservations if they need to, but Friday, Saturday night, come and try things out. Would you participate in something like that?
Why haven't you called me already? Why haven't you let me know? I've been around.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. We're gonna make it happen, and we'll make sure you're early. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, and good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
All right, so Sean, it's almost 2 versus 1. They're kind of teaming up, thinking that they can beat you. So I need you to represent not only for the Foundry, but for you and for the rest of America. You got this. Good luck. And you're who I was going to next. So about Second Harvest and what you all do and a little bit of background. So Samantha, thank you for being here. Thank you for Second Harvest supporting this. What is your relationship between Second Harvest and Neighborhood Alliance? So I noticed that some of the ingredients are from there, so I know that was for a reason. Why is that?
Well, they came to us asking us to provide a list of ingredients that somebody could find pretty readily at any of our pantries. So the intent was just to showcase that foods that anyone can have access to can be turned into wonderful dishes, which I'm excited to taste today. But in general, Neighborhood Alliance has been a fantastic partner for a number of years. They touch a lot of stages of life in the people in this area. From the smallest kids to seniors. They've been a big player in the response to the Ukrainian refugees coming in. So any sort of pockets of population or any needs in the community, they're a collaborative partner that are really ready to have very forward-thinking, innovative conversations. Alicia has just done a wonderful job in throwing open her doors and inviting a discussion and inviting brainstorming. And that's sort of where Second Harvest's strengths lie too. So it's very exciting to get in a room together to think about what we can do.
Yeah, it is still Women's History Month, and we just have some amazing rock star women leaders like yourself and Julie and Alicia and my wife, and there's just so many women in Lorain County that are getting things done and making it happen. And guys, we got to catch up a little bit. We're slowing things down a little bit. But talk a little bit about the state of Second Harvest. How are things going over at Second Harvest? I saw you're still doing the mobile pickups for food, but I know things changed a lot during the pandemic in terms of the traditional food pantry. But what are you seeing right now that you want people to be aware of?
Yeah, so the pandemic, as it pushed a lot of organizations, it pushed us to act a little bit faster, think a little bit differently. So pre-pandemic, we had about 2 mobile pantries a month. Now we have 13, between 11 and 13 within our 4-county area. So we come together as a team differently. We brainstorm differently. So that has been something that we've taken from the pandemic as an organization. Right now we've been trying to get the word out that the extra SNAP benefits that people have been receiving that ended as of last month. So we're trying to get the word out for both SNAP recipients to check their benefits, make sure that all the paperwork is in order so that they can keep receiving, and then for all of our partner network just to recognize that there might be an increase in people coming through their doors.
Well, no, that is great information, and again, it's unfortunate around the SNAP benefits, and we got to do what we can to use our voices to support you all in your advocacy work that's supporting us. And just thank you again for all the work that you do and Second Harvest does to keep our community fed. So thank you, for sure. Check back in with you in a little bit. So we were just talking about rock star women. Here's one of those rock stars right here, President and CEO Alicia Foss. So Alicia, I was talking with Samantha about the legacy of this organization, but also the wide range of services that you all provide that people may not know about. Can you speak about, you're serving the youngest to the oldest of us. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Neighborhood Alliance serves a number of different populations. We're unlike a lot of nonprofit organizations where they have one specific focus that they have a population that's their focus. So we go all the way from prenatal moms with Help Me Grow Home Visiting up to the eldest in the community with our home delivered meals program. So we have unborn babies all the way up to people who are in their early 100s.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so what are some of the services in between there? So you have, as you mentioned, you help pregnant mothers, but then you also do daycare or childcare. Talk about the whole spectrum.
Yeah, so we have 4 core areas of service that we provide to the community. We have child enrichment, which includes our child care centers, and the Rising Titans program, which is the kindergarten readiness program for Lorain City Schools. And then we also have our family support services is the second kind of core area of service. That includes Help Me Grow Home Visiting, as well as the early intervention program for the county. We have a program that we call Family Strong that is part of that as well. Family Strong is focused on conscious discipline and helping parents learn to regulate their emotions before they help their children regulate their emotions. And then we have our senior enrichment services, which is home delivered meals. We also do caregiver support and education. We do supportive services for seniors, and then we have our mobile senior center program that is sort of new to the community but growing rapidly.
Nice.
And then we have our shelter and emergency services, and that includes the Haven Center Homeless Shelter as well as the PATH program for the community.
And you're helping out with the Ukrainian refugee families as well.
Yes, we are. Yes.
So again, it's a great organization to support. Encourage you all to support it. But Director, you have a surprise for folks here, and Chef Sonia's going to bring that surprise out for the chefs here. Oh, wow.
So we have a mystery ingredient that we're going to add As a surprise to the chefs, they don't know what they're going to be getting, but we have some chocolate that they're going to need to incorporate into their meals. So we're going to go let them know about that surprise right now. Hello, chefs. Can I have your attention? Hi, everyone.
This is the Dave Ramsey part of this competition.
All right. So we have a mystery surprise ingredient that we are going to challenge you to add to your dishes. Chef Sonia has some chocolate bars for you, and we're going to ask that you incorporate this into the dishes that you're creating today. So this is the mystery item that you'll need to incorporate into your meals. So we will give you each a chocolate bar, and you can see how you can whip that up into your great creation.
Here's the ingredient right here. Angel, so how do you think this impacts your strategy?
Definitely put a little monkey wrench in it, but we're gonna figure it out one way or another. We could add some sweetness to this. So one way or another, we'll definitely add it. It's gonna be nice. I like dark chocolate. Very. Oh wow. You did this? All right. Well,
is this how it is in the kitchen? Sometimes you get surprises that you didn't know you had to deal with.
You're missing ingredients, and you just gotta wing it. You gotta make it work. The most important thing is getting out a good product to your customer. And sometimes you just gotta wing it. Sometimes you run out of things, and you gotta use your imagination. And that's what good kitchens do. As a team, everybody works together, and you should have no problems. As long as you have a good team, you train everybody right, I believe your team will be fine.
That is so awesome, man. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Good luck. Good luck. All right, I'll go to Michael next. Michael, how does this new ingredient impact your strategy?
Well, the general rule of thumb is if you don't know what to do with it, turn it into ice cream. But we don't have an ice cream maker nor the time to make ice cream, so I got a little bit of time to figure out what I'm going to. I have a couple ideas, but we'll see what happens.
All right, I'm looking forward to see what you cook up. And Sean, what about you? How does this ingredient impact your strategy?
It actually doesn't really mess things up too much. I had an idea to use my pickling liquid. We did a quick pickle on our beets, and I'm going to switch it up and use that chocolate and make a pickled beet chocolate sauce. Since it's got some heat to it with this chili infused dark chocolate, I think it might come out nicely as a plate sauce to add to our dish.
Are you always this laid back?
Try to be.
Yeah. I can imagine somebody running in the kitchen freaking out like, oh my God, we have all this order, and you just being like, it's all good, man. It's all good. Just
it's only food. It's only food.
It's only food. So I like that, Sean. I like your energy, man. I need you around more. But good luck with trying that new ingredient out in this. Good luck. For sure. We'll go back to you.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia Foss, President and CEO of Neighborhood Alliance. Today I'm going to take you on a quick tour of our new kitchen. Come on. All right, so this is the new Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen. We took an old locker room and turned it into a beautiful new catering kitchen. This kitchen will serve all of our programs, including our home delivered meals program, and we are the largest provider of home delivered meals in the county. It will also serve the Haven Center Homeless Shelter and all of the residents that we take care of in that facility and cover their breakfast, lunch, and dinner, as well as our child care centers who will receive breakfast, lunch, and snack out of this kitchen. So this is one centralized kitchen that will be available to all of our programs and help us to bring down food costs and be able to serve more people. We'll take you on a quick tour. So you can see we've got some combi ovens right here so that we can do the warming of the food and some cooking. We also have our stovetop. That's 10 burners. This is a tilt skillet that can be used to make a number of different things, including pastas and soups. We have a great big garage door that we can load and unload our trucks. And if I were to put it up, you would see that there's a lift out there so that our drivers don't have to lift the food out into their vehicles. They can use the lift instead. This is one of my favorite features, the walk-in cooler. This space used to be a sauna, but now it's a walk-in cooler for all of our refrigerated items. We also have a walk-in freezer. It's so big, I want to make it my office. Here we have our dishwasher and garbage disposal, as well as our sanitization sink so that we can make sure that things stay nice and clean so that we don't make anyone sick with the food that we're serving. So this is a 5-compartment steam table. This is where we prep all of the food for our meals. It gets prepped on the steam table, keeps it nice and warm, and then it goes into this Oliver packaging system to be packaged into individualized trays like this. And this is what goes out with our home delivered meals. This piece of equipment here is a blast chiller. When it's in use, we'll be able to use it to repackage food that has been given to us or donated to us by different catering companies who maybe have leftover items from an event that they did or something like that, and no one's touched it, it's not been used, but they don't want to throw it away. So we can repurpose some of that food safely, freeze it in the flash freezer, and then get that out to people who need it. So currently our kitchen serves about 150,000 meals per year. Now that we have this great catering kitchen, we will be able to increase that capacity up to about 300 to 350,000 meals a year. That's a lot of food going out into the community, and we're very excited to be able to open this kitchen and get that food out the door. Hi everyone, it's Alicia Foss again, President and CEO of Neighborhood Alliance. Just checking in with you. I want to make sure you're having a great time today watching this cooking competition. None of this would be happening right now if we hadn't had our annual event last year where we gained a lot of support for this program and for the build of this kitchen. So I'm talking about our event called Come Together. And Come Together happened last April, and it's happening again this April. So I just wanted to give you some information on that in case you were interested in sponsorship or in being a part of that event and coming together with us to continue to grow this project and build our buildings and serve the community. So Come Together will be happening in April, on April 20th. It is a Thursday evening. We promise not to keep you out too late on a work night or school night, but we will have a really great dinner event, and we don't do boring chicken dinners, so this will be a very interactive, exciting event for you to come to. Last year we focused on our senior home delivered meals, and for those of you that were in attendance, we brought our meal trucks to the event, and we actually were able to serve the meals for that dinner in the trays that our seniors are served in every day. So this year our focus will be on the Haven Center Homeless Shelter and our shelter and emergency services that we provide throughout the county. We are getting ready to break ground on an addition that we're putting onto the Haven Center, and so we will be talking a lot about what we did here, first of all, and thanking everyone again for their support of this project, but talking about where we're heading next. And we have a 6-phase building project that we're working on. We are going to be talking about the Haven Center next. That is phase 2 of the project, and we will be looking to break ground probably this spring or early in the summer for the addition that we're putting on the shelter that will give us more shelter beds. So Come Together is the event that we're talking about. It is April 20th. We still have sponsorships available if you're interested in being a sponsor for that great event. We promise it won't be boring. We will make it entertaining and exciting for you, and we hope that you'll be able to join us either as a sponsor or a participant. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone there, and we'll have more information on that a little later. Thank you.
My mom and dad is James and Virginia Green. Just want to let you know everything's been going well, the deliveries are going well, and they are very appreciative of the services they're getting from you all. So thank you very much. Again, this is Timothy Green, and I'm calling on behalf of my parents, Jim and Virginia Green. Thank you so much. Bye.
This is Robert Mick, and I want to tell you what, I am so grateful for y'all's help that I'm almost in tears right now. You ain't never going to hear me complaining about what kind of food's offered. I'm just lucky to be getting the food. Thank you all so very, very much, and have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
I'm now 101, and I'll be 102 in October. I've been living, I lived alone for years now, like at least 15 years. But since then, I lived alone here with no help till 2 years ago. And then I fell in February of 20, I fell and broke my arm. And the humerus is completely separated from my shoulder. And so I can't lift this arm at all, and there's no support in it. And I can do this from the elbow, but I can't go up over my shoulder. And my niece, Carol, one comes in the morning and Gal comes in the evening and sees that I'm fed. And they've been doing this for 2 years. And that's why I felt they need rest. And they're both retired, they need their own time. So I just said, try Meals on Wheels, so that they could have a little more time. I've enjoyed it, and the meals are tasty, They're on time, and it's been really perfect for me.
I moved here in October of 2015. I worked for about a year and a half before I started feeling very dizzy and like off-centered. And I went to the doctors and found out I had cancer. The oncologist for the first time, met him, got some tests done and so on, and that's when we found out I had all these things, lung cancer, brain lesions, what else did I have? I had kidney cancer, I had ovarian cancer. I mean, when I got hit hard. And that was, you know, the beginning of my end, I guess. Once the chemo hit, you know, you're no longer able to even move half the time or even go on with your life. So when a Neighborhood Alliance came along and brought me food that was like portioned, you know, it's almost like the diets, like where they give you pre-portioned food, but it was good food. It was real food. It wasn't fake. You know, it wasn't like frozen food that you got. It was very good. I can't even imagine life without it. I can't. I look forward to Tuesdays and Saturdays and Fridays when my food is dropped off. You know? Oh, come on, let's go see what I got.
So Mayor Frank Whitfield back here inside of the kitchen, and I have with me here Tony Gallo, the president of the Lorain County Chamber of Commerce. And we're going to be talking a little bit about business and talking about what this means from a service standpoint. But before we do that, I wanted to jump into talking about some of the chefs and reading some of their bios. You got a chance to learn a little bit about them and see the different personality types, but let's go through their bios. So Chef Sean Wright is the head chef at the Foundry Kitchen and Bar in Elyria. Chef Wright has been in the restaurant industry for 16 years. He started from dishwashing and moved up to his current position. He was fortunate to have a few great people teach and coach him through the years, which allowed him to grow into the position of head chef. Chef Wright grew up in Elyria and recently purchased a home in Lorain. Oh man, he got to stay in Elyria. Well, Sean, again, Sean was the laid-back, cool one that didn't seem to let anything fluster him. And so that's one personality type. All right, the next one, Chef Michael Castro. He's the creator of Modern Elegance Chefs, a catering firm. Chef Castro is a young chef who doesn't just love cooking, he truly loves making others happy. Michael's desire to pursue cooking started back when his uncle, also a chef, passed away in early 2013 battling leukemia. His uncle was a work-driven and amazing chef. From that point on, Michael decided to pursue his culinary career. He began working with his next inspiration, his cousin Oscar. Together they worked in multiple restaurants, always trying to outdo each other with new dishes and flavors. Unfortunately, in early 2019, Oscar was killed in a car accident, and Michael was devastated. Now more than ever, he's focused on continuing his family's passion. Michael has created modern elegance to truly captivate the same love and beauty his family has for food. Chef Castro is from and currently resides in Lorraine. So shout outs to Mike Castro, and you remember his personality was a lot different than Sean's. He wasn't as aggressive as the next person I want to talk about, but he still had his own personality and style, which leads me to last but not least, Chef Angel Sanchez. So Angel Sanchez started cooking for his 3 young children in 2012. Taking from what he learned from the women in his family, Chef Angel turned a thought into reality. Working all over Northeast Ohio, Chef Angel wanted to work with other chefs that could help him learn the world of culinary arts. After receiving his culinary arts degree from Lorain County Community College, shout out to Lorain County Community College, in 2018, he has been on a mission. Chef Angel has helped open restaurants in Cleveland, Avon, Westlake, and Sandusky. You got to get Elyria on that list as well. He believes as chefs, we have a responsibility to teach and encourage our community. Chef Sanchez is from and currently resides in Lorain. And he was that leadership. He had that true like team coach leadership sort of personality. Michael had that like LeBron style of like, yeah, I'm super talented and, you know, but I'm humble about it. He's very humble about it. And then Sean had that laid back, calm, cool, and collected style of leadership. So I think that just goes to show you can have a lot of different personalities and be successful in the kitchen. And Tony, you know, you're the president of the chamber. You do ribbon cuttings for restaurants all the time, but also a part of what you do is service in the community. And you're a Rotarian. So what is your connection to this? And you're from Elyria.
My mom's family was from Elyria.
Yeah. So you know, what's your connection to today?
You know, obviously, you know, we talked a little bit off air about how important it is to redo these buildings that are sitting empty, and how, you know, if the chamber is sort of the voice of the business community, we need every type of business to embrace and to make sure that they're successful. You go to, you know, everybody on vacation goes looking for, you know, a local restaurant, something that says something that's about that area. And I think Elyria and Lorain County has some really unique restaurants, and we're going to continue to grow on that. We also, you know, the Neighborhood Alliance, I mean, even though we focus on mostly businesses, the businesses are the organizations that are help supporting organizations like Neighborhood Alliance, along with our philanthropic partners too. And you know, I think a community is judged by how well they handle and deal with their most vulnerable. How do we take care of our own? How do we make sure we give a leg up on people? You know, how do we make sure that, you know, systemic poverty doesn't, you know, continue under our watch? Like, in other words, you know, we're supposed to try to make a difference here, and little by little, I think we are. I think it takes elected officials. I think it takes private businesses. I think it takes our philanthropic partners to make all that happen. And to see Neighborhood Alliance, you know, take it to the next level, reinvent themselves as a, you know, their history is, you know, they taught English to immigrants. You know what I mean? They helped immigrants who didn't know how to pay their utility bills or what that was, you know, all about. And to see it, you know, change into something for the 21st century and take it to that next level, I think it's key. It's,
you know,
very,
I didn't know
key.
about that. And when we were, you know, looking for ways to support the Ukrainian refugees that had come to America, and we heard Neighborhood Alliance was helping them, we didn't really understand the connection between them.
Yeah, Neighborhood House, I think, was the original name. Neighborhood House is what it started at in South Lorraine.
Yeah.
That's where you had the Ukrainian immigrants, you had the Mexican immigrants, Puerto Rican, Polish, Romanians, Italian. They were all coming into South Lorraine, so it started there and, you know, existed. And I think you'd find those things probably more common in big cities like Cleveland, but you got to remember, Lorraine, at its heyday, was a big city, and you had all those different melting pots coming in. So they did it very well, and then were able to pivot to still be able to, you know, feed people, you know, feed their minds, feed their bellies, and take care.
What's your earliest memory of Neighborhood House or Neighborhood Alliance? What's your earliest memory?
You know, I just remember in Rotary, like back, I've been in Elyria Sunrise a little bit longer, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but he belonged to our Rotary for a while, who ran Neighborhood House when it was Neighborhood House, and they were looking to expand their kitchen at that time. That's probably 22, 23 years ago. And they were looking at the old St. Joseph's Hospital. They were looking at the old Slovenian club that was in South Lorraine as well too. And I think they put a pause on it, and this
take time.
yeah, and this Y building I think was just too good of a connection for what they needed to do, and their whole change that we're dealing with now and taking over all of those senior meals for Lorain County. So it's great. Like you said, it just takes time.
Yeah, my earliest memory of Neighborhood Alliance was they had the neighborhood center on the corner of 17th and Middle Avenue.
Oh wow, yeah.
And my sister used to go there, my sister Jasmine, and every now and then they let me follow her in or whatever. And kids would go there after school. I would just remember them jump roping all the time. That's the thing I remember, and I always wanted to jump rope with them. But that's where I actually met one of my mentors, Malcolm Cash. He was one of the program managers of the center. And he later on became a professor at Lorain County Community College, and that's how I got connected with Katrina.
And my mom's family was 18th and West.
Oh yeah.
So it was right around the corner from there. So so it's South Side, South End, and my mom used to refer to it as the South End back then.
Okay, South End. I'll take it. Well, thank you, Tony, and thank
glad
you
to
for
be
always
here.
being supportive of
I
the
want to wish
organization.
Neighborhood Alliance the best of luck. Thank you for all the good work you guys are doing. Thank you.
Sure. See you soon. All right, so the time is ticking. You got 10 minutes. How y'all feeling?
We're good. We got about 5 minutes to go, and we will be ready to play.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck. Good luck. Good luck. All right, we got to try to throw Sean off. Oh my goodness, Sean. We only got 10 minutes. Are you panicking?
No, not at all. We'll be all right.
That didn't work.
A little bit, making sure we get everything done right on time. So.
Sean is the truth, man. And Sean is from Elyria. That's just that Elyria gene in him. It's just the truth. So you got 10 minutes left. How you feeling?
Feel good. I'm almost there. A couple more things. It's going to be one of those last minute, they're saying 10, 9, 8, I'm plating and stuff, but.
I always wonder about that on the shows. Like, is that real when they're like 10, 9, 8? I'm like, man, they've been done for an hour. They're just counting down. But it's really happening. You think it's going to come down to the wire?
I think so.
I called you the LeBron James of the different chefs. Do you think that was a good characterization of you?
I'm just curious why.
Because it seems like you're really talented and really humble. Like LeBron is a really talented guy, but he's really humble about it. And he doesn't talk about it. And you seem like that.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. I guess we'll just have to see when all this is said and done. If Angel beats me, it's all going to be how I feel about it,
Well, good luck.
His tires aren't slashed or anything, We'll see.
Well, good luck. Good luck. And I did want to So we're back here in the kitchen, and now I'm joined with not only some board members from the organization, but also some of the philanthropic partners. So Patty O'Brien was one of the folks from the philanthropic community with the Stocker Foundation who supported this. So Patty, why don't you tell us why you supported and why the Stocker Foundation supported this?
Well, so before we get into that, I was sitting watching you with Tony Gallo, and you were talking about Neighborhood House. Mm-hmm. Okay, not to date myself, Paul Buccino.
That's what he was talking about.
That's who he was talking about. But in all seriousness, the Stocker Foundation has been a longtime supporter of Neighborhood Alliance. Our mission is to make sure that kids and families have what they need to be ready for formal education, kindergarten, and then that they're able to read at grade level by 3rd grade. But when you think about it, if your basic needs aren't met, food, shelter, clothing, mental health needs, and especially thinking about it in the pandemic sense, how can we not be a partner with Neighborhood Alliance? And I think it was said, maybe one of your first interviews or something, that it's a team, it's building community. And we're all about that, and we look for opportunities to make sure that kids and families that need things, we can help.
Awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you again for your support. Appreciate it. Let's go over to some of the board members now. So why don't you introduce yourself, tell us why you joined the board here, and a little bit about your background.
Okay, my name is Kathy Balderrama. I'm the board chair for Neighborhood Alliance. I've been volunteering for Neighborhood Alliance for a number of years, so to have the opportunity to come on the board just gave me a way to get deeper into the organization. I love the passion, the dedication of their staff, employees. They do so much for the community and the impact they have.
Now, how'd you get involved with the organization? You were volunteering? What were you doing as a volunteer?
My husband was previously involved with the organization and on the board, and I came to their events, got to know a lot of the individuals in the organization, and decided I wanted to have a bigger role.
Yeah, now you're the board chair.
Now I'm the board chair.
Yeah.
But we get to do wonderful things like this.
Yes.
And have a great partnership with everyone in the organization. Alicia and the staff, they're fantastic.
Yes, well, great job and congratulations on this. This is a big deal. Yes, for sure. Tammy. So how are you, Tammy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. So I know we've worked together. I just found out, because you work a lot with the Ukrainian refugees.
Yes, I do.
And I was trying to figure out why is Neighborhood Alliance involved in this, but I just found out that's a part of the legacy of this organization for decades.
Back to the beginning.
Yeah. So did you know that?
I did know that. I used to work for Neighborhood Alliance for several years. Started as a volunteer, then I started working as special events coordinator and fund development, and then I left for my position at Wesleyan Village. But now I'm on the board,
that's awesome.
And it's a place I couldn't stay away from.
That is so awesome.
It means the world to me.
I think that speaks volumes, the fact that you stay connected to the organization. Sometimes when people get a different opportunity, they kind of forget where they came from, sort of deal. So it's cool to see you staying connected, still using your gifts and talents to help the organization.
Yes.
So thank you, Tammy. Congratulations too.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, and what's your name?
I'm Gina Carlson.
Hi, Gina Carlson. And how did you get connected to Neighborhood Alliance?
Well, the lovely young lady we were just talking to, her husband worked for Moen, and they were looking for additional board members. So kind of raised my hand, was looking to join a board when I was working at Moen because I wanted to get back to the community.
I love that.
So live in Lorain County, have lived in Lorain County for 20 years now, and just Moen had a plant in the area back in the day, so I knew the area, and I knew the area we were serving. So Tammy I was fortunate to get a tour of the shelter and tour the facilities, and I was in at that moment.
So what's your advice? Because I'm big on people who are just living professional jobs, doing their thing, living their life, like getting them involved like you've gotten involved, raising their hand and saying, hey, I want to help out and serve. What word of advice do you have to folks out there who are kind of on the fence of like, I'm not sure if I should get involved and serve? What would be your word of advice?
Find out what you're passionate about. So my passion has always been serving children and serving those in need. I have younger children. Most of the events that we support in the community, they come with me. And I hope that kind of rubs off on others in the community. They see what we're doing and see how we're getting involved. and then just being that spokesperson.
Yeah.
You know, really spreading the word. What do we do? How can you volunteer? You don't have to serve on the board. You can volunteer.
Yes.
I got involved, helped chair the event last year with Come Together. Can't wait for this year.
Yes.
You know, so it's just, you know, what is it that drives you? What is it that you want to give back?
Well, thank you for giving your
Yes.
talents to Neighborhood Alliance.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And we got one more. Why don't both of you come at the same time? Both of you come over and give us both your names real quick.
Yes, hi, I'm Ann Emery.
Rich General.
All right, so we were just thanking the board members for their service. And any words of advice for people out there who are thinking about supporting Neighborhood Alliance, what would you all say to them?
I would say I've been on the board 3 years, and what drew me here is the services that they provide and the dedicated employees that they have and the passion that this organization has for its communities. And it's really, and again, the services, the senior care, child care, homeless shelter.
That's awesome.
So really great organization to support.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I would totally support what Ann just said. I've been on the board for 2 years, and I was drawn here from the Avon Lake United Church of Christ. The Neighborhood Alliance is one of 6 mission partners that we help, and I just love this place. I mean, we have a mantra that we help everybody from cradle to grave, and we do. And it's great to be a part of this and to see the community come together to help these people.
Well, thank you so much for your service to this organization, and congratulations. All right, we're getting ready for the countdown here shortly, so we got about 2 minutes, and let's see how close how y'all feeling. Down to 2 minutes. 2 minute warning. 2 minute warning. I said 2 minutes, and it's Gordon Ramsay, not Dave Ramsey. Gordon Ramsay says it's 2 minutes left. Oh my God, that looks good. Oh my goodness. Do they have to get all of it? Oh, y'all got some extra too? All right, so what we're gonna do after y'all finish the competition, we're gonna come back in here and cook some more and eat, because this looks good. Oh, this is looking good in here. They still got stuff. Look at that. Look, they still got stuff. Look at that. That looks amazing. I'm hungry. We need to do like a preview competition where I eat first and then other people get judged. But I should eat first. Oh, look at that. Watch this. Watch this presentation right here. Look at that. Look at that. That's called excellence. That's called care. That right there is how I want to live my everyday life. Look at the attention to detail, that care, that passion. That's what I'm talking about. That's the way to live life. What's that? You like prosciutto? I like everything. I'm an everything-atarian. I eat everything. Look at that. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. Look at that. All right, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll see you out here in the hall in a second. Let's get it going. Good job.
You've probably heard of Neighborhood Alliance. After all, we've been around for over 90 years. But did you know we offer a lot of different resources? Our programs fall under 4 main categories. Child enrichment services. We provide childcare and early education for kids between 6 weeks and 12 years. This includes preschool, summer camp, before school, and after school activities. Family Support Services. Whether it's preparing parents for their baby's arrival, helping new parents grow their skills, supporting kids with delays in development, or helping kids get ready to start kindergarten, we support families of all kinds at no cost to the family. Senior Enrichment Services. We're here to make sure older adults in our community have someone to talk to, a hot meal when they need it, and that their family and caregivers have support too. And Shelter and Emergency Services. Haven Center Homeless Shelter serves men, women, and families. It's also an extended stay shelter, giving our people much needed stability while they find permanent housing. Projects for Assistance in Transition from Homelessness, or PATH, meets our unhoused neighbors where they are and helps them connect to mental health providers, housing, healthcare, and other services. We're helping communities grow stronger by meeting critical needs and empowering individuals and families. To learn more, visit myneighborhoodalliance.org, helping communities grow stronger.
So now we are about to start the judging, which is the most important and critical part of this competition. And again, we have Marcus, Tony, Kathy, and Samantha who will be judging. I'll be pinch eating for Samantha. Anything that's meat, again, as I said, I'm an everything-tarian, so I'm going to be here to support her on this journey. So we in this together. Our first chef that will be presenting their dish is Chef Angel. So we'll ask Chef Angel to come bring out his dish. And I believe Lise was on that team as well. If you remember, Angel was the more leadership coach style of chef. And yeah, we're looking forward to trying out their dish. All right, Chef Angel, what you got here? I want you to describe it as you're giving it to him.
All right, here you have prosciutto wrapped chicken with the marinara, and we use the mystery chocolate in the marinara. There you go. You have your avocado salad,
Oh boy.
Hope you guys are ready. There you go. We have another one, but they told us to bring, we're going to bring you extra.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, don't forget me and Samantha. We need I'm tag teaming with her, so you left us out right now, Chef.
We have more.
Okay, all right, just making sure. And if y'all kind of nervous, just cut it in half and slide the other part to the side, and I will take care of the rest. So yeah, let's dig in, judges, and it's like a food review right now, live. So let's see what you.
Just a quick question for the chef. How difficult did you find using the surprise ingredient?
It was a little surprising at first. I didn't know what she was going to bring to us, but once, I have a great sous chef behind me, we just put our minds together and we came up with something really quick. So we incorporated it with the marinara, so it tasted really good back there, so hopefully from back there to here, hey, I don't know what happened.
So y'all was taste testing.
Would you give any advice for the home chefs watching as far as what they could do to maybe mimic the level that we see here?
Just fresh chicken. Everything that I like to use is fresh ingredients, fresh tomatoes, anything. Even when I make a lot of rice and beans, and when I use my beans, I put fresh tomatoes in there. So just using fresh vegetables, I think that's the key for me. It's healthy and it tastes great no matter what you do with it. So my biggest key is using fresh ingredients.
And I know you did some simple seasonings as well. What'd you do to season veggies?
The veggies I use salt and pepper, just some olive oil for that. For the chicken, I used salt, pepper, garlic. I am Puerto Rican, so I used a little bit of a Puerto Rican, adobo in there. So, and that's pretty much it. And then we baked the chicken with the prosciutto inside the marinara, and then that's pretty much what we had right there. Right, it's just that. I don't think I used anything else. It was mainly like salt, pepper, olive oil. I love olive oil. I try to use more olive oil than butter. Butter, it just sits in your stomach a long time. The olive oil is really good for you. I made a switch to olive oil about 4 or 5 years ago. I actually watched a film, and once I watched this film called Food Inc., it just changed my perspective on eating. So I just cut out butter. I cut out so much.
Stuff. All right, what are your thoughts? First bites. What are your thoughts on first bites?
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Chef, did you like roast the veggies before you put them in? Like, in other words, there's a little bit of brown on that, or
yes, that's basically, we fried it up and roasted a little bit. And that's what we did with the chicken. We fried it for a little bit to get that nice crispy on the outside, and then finished it in the oven to get the middle.
Nice.
All right. Well, I think you want to tally your scores right now. Any other questions for Chef Angel?
Good job, Chef. This tastes good. It's
delicious.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
so as your tally. All right, so now we are about to welcome in our next chef. Are the judges, have y'all done y'all tallies on the first one? You know, I'm trying my first bite, so y'all got y'all all tallied up? Okay. All right. Next chef we have the illustrious from the Foundry Kitchen and Bar, Chef Sean Wright. Come on in, give him a hand.
We made a quick pickled bean pico. This also has a chimichurri sauce on top of the shrimp. And then with the secret ingredient for the chocolate, we use the pickling liquid from the beets and incorporated that into the chocolate to give it a little bit of a different flavor profile, but also still keep it in that chocolate sense to go with the dish as well.
And what'd you say that's what kind of shrimp is that?
We crusted it with pork rinds as the
Wow.
breading instead of using something like panko or something like along those natures. So
Again, I got your back. Again, I got you on this support. All right, so let's get the plates out for the rest of the judges, and they'll start scoring. No, great job, Sean. Let's give Sean a hand again. And if you want to stand at that mic there, they'll probably have some questions for you. And thank you to the sous chefs as well. All right, so judges, what questions do you have for Sean as you're starting to dig into this dish?
My first thing isn't really a question, it's a comment. Thank you for using beets. Beets are one of my favorite vegetables, and I find it very underutilized. Also, I feel like people have a natural fear of beets as far as, hard to handle, the color stains. So do you have any advice, or sort of can you demystify the use of beets for the folks watching?
I like to use them like we use it here in a pico. Pickled beets pair really well with cilantro, some lime juice in there. And the staining aspect is going to happen no matter what. Fresh, pickled, that's just part of the game. Just wear some gloves and make sure you got some towels handy is pretty much it.
Nice. All right, Tony, what you thinking?
I would have never thought to use pork rinds for breadcrumbs. It's a nice taste. It's not overly salty. I expected it to be a little bit saltier than it is. Have you done that in the past?
No, this was first time we tried it. So
that's a genius thought. It's really different. Yeah.
And where are you from, Sean?
I'm from Elyria.
I just wanted to make sure they knew.
Will this be added to the menu at Foundry?
If you guys like it enough, we can work on that.
Very good.
And Chef, tell me about the avocado pistachio sauce. What else is in here?
So that is pureed with fresh avocados, pistachios, there's cilantro and roasted garlic and a little bit of oil and water to help kind of fluff it up a little bit. So it's kind of an avocado pesto, if you will.
And the chocolate is in there as well too, or no?
The chocolate is on its own.
Yeah, it's
with
on its own, okay.
The pickling liquid from the beets. We incorporated that into the chocolate.
That's where it's at. Okay.
To make it a little bit of different flavor
Got it.
profile, but also keep it in with the rest of the dish as well.
Please.
Marcus, what about you? What's your thoughts?
Oh, I'm still eating here. This is great. I like the chocolate, the way that you used it. It really combines to make a really good taste here. So good job.
Thank you.
Just no other questions. Let's give Chef Sean a round of applause.
Thank you.
And I see there's a fourth plate here. Oh, appreciate you. That's the Elyria, folks. Yeah, appreciate you. Well, thank y'all again. And judges, let's start to tally those scores.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Well, we got more over here. Remember, my partner in crime over here. I got more. So judges, you got your scores all tallied for chef number 2? All right, great. Well, now we're going to welcome, last but not least, LeBron James, a.k.a. Chef Michael Castro. Come on out. And Chef, what is this you're presenting to them? If you want to come over to the mic there and share.
So, today we have a cumin rubbed flank steak. So we marinated with some chipotle peppers, cumin, a couple other spices, some cilantro, and then we grilled it and then finished off in the oven. And then to go with it, we have a chili chocolate infused sweet potato puree, an avocado salsa, a cilantro oil, and then a pork rind gremulata.
I don't even seem fair.
Smells
Yes, you
smells
can
awesome.
definitely smell
Oh,
the
my.
spices.
Yeah.
I don't even have no questions. I'm just ready for my plate.
Can we jump in?
Yeah, please eat, please eat. I'll live through you right now, so please eat.
Chef, can you tell us what's in the avocado salsa?
Yep, so it's yellow peppers, red peppers, avocado, some cilantro, a little bit of lime zest and lime juice, and then some salt and pepper, and a little bit of shallot.
For all the vegetarians out there, what do you mean when you say cumin rubbed steak? What is that process?
So I made a marinade for it, and so the marinade was some chipotle peppers, which come in an adobo sauce, which is another kind of pepper that they grind into a paste. And then we added cumin, ground cumin to it, some salt, some pepper, a few other things. And then when you go ahead and marinate the steak, because flank steak has a lot of tendons and has very toughness to it, so we actually rub the steak to try to break those tendons apart and make it a little more tender for you.
Chef, I gotta say, I had to roll my sleeves up over here for a moment. Great job. This tastes great. And can you speak to, what was this here?
The avocado salsa.
What was the thought behind this?
When you think avocado salsa, you think guacamole, but I was trying to avoid just putting another puree on the plate, so I decided to do a little bit different. So it's more of a diced traditional salsa that you would see if you were to use tomatoes, so more like a pico rather than an actual salsa itself.
Awesome.
Are there any leftovers in there in the kitchen?
This is good.
We have a few.
Because I definitely want our guest here to get a chance to try things out as well. So I'll go back there and scrounge
Did the
kitchen
puree
and try to bring out
change from what you thought it was going to taste like with the addition of the chocolate?
So actually, it played when I saw it. I was like, oh, this is easy, because the puree was already going to be very Mexican themed. So when I made the potatoes, I actually cooked them down with some guajillo and ancho peppers.
Okay.
And then I took those peppers and I blended them into a puree, added some milk, some honey. And so that was really going to bring that Mexican flavor out. So the chocolate and the chili kind of just played well into that. So I was very fortunate.
It's delicious.
Absolutely
It's
delicious.
definitely plays.
Yeah.
Chef, where are you located at it again?
I live in Lorraine.
The restaurant.
I don't actually work for a restaurant. I'm a personal chef.
That's good. Recommend, folks. You've heard it here. This is good food.
And we talked about doing like a pop-up restaurant sort of gig in Elyria, so we'll be working on that. To have
Absolutely.
them, showcase his talents to the city here soon, so we'll be working on that. Any other questions for the chef? And he did have extras. He's one of the few that had extras back there, so they're going to bring out some samples for folks to try. So I know y'all thought y'all were done, but there's a little more work to done to prepare the samples for them. So if there's no other questions, they'll get y'all samples ready for the audience, and let's give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
So again,
Neighborhood Alliance has been compassionately caring for the community since 1927. With an inspired mission of enhancing neighborhoods, Neighborhood Alliance continues to expand its programs and services to address the diverse and changing needs of families and individuals alike. Our programs touch the lives of thousands every year, and in the last 2 years have been needed more than ever before. We are helping our community grow stronger by meeting critical needs. Child Enrichment Services provides quality child care for infants, toddlers, preschoolers, and school-aged children before and after school. Enrolled families are offered food, clothing, referrals, family engagement programming, and holiday support, including Christmas gifts. 97% of the population we serve lives in poverty. Family support services offer in-home parenting support, including access to education and services for new moms and their babies to help ensure the health of the children in our community. 16 staff employed in these services impacted the lives of 1,965 children under the age of 5 through home visits, phone check-ins, and early literacy connections last year. Shelter and Emergency Services Haven Center provided over 19,000 shelter nights last year to men, women, and intact families with children. 12 babies under the age of 1 called Haven Center home for 211 nights last year. Our Shelter and Emergency Services team strives to make sure each person who comes to us has their immediate needs met and gets connected to the support they need to move forward with their lives. Senior Enrichment Services provides 80% of the Lorain County home-delivered meals on 11 routes we operate across our service area. In response to tremendous needs during the pandemic, we provided 35,354 more meals in 2021 than in 2020. But we once again have a wait list with 53 seniors requesting home-delivered meals. Our services are necessary to so many in our community, and we are honored to serve as we come together to help our community grow stronger.
All right, so our competition is over, and thank you again for joining us today. We're going to announce the winner in just a moment here, but before we do, I just want to say a few words. Today's celebration is not just about the Neighborhood Nutrition Kitchen, although that's why we're here, but this is about the first step that we're taking in a 6-phase.
No, that's real, feel it, no doubt. You've worked hard.
I knew this was going to happen.
No, you've worked hard.
6-phase project to repair, renovate, and reimagine 3 separate service locations for Neighborhood Alliance. Next up, we will break ground on a 9,000 square foot expansion of the Haven Center shelter in Lorain. Currently in Lorain County, there are only 4 emergency shelter rooms available for families. That's not enough. And so we realize that, and we are going to rise to that challenge. Upon completion of the Haven Center build, we will have a total of 10 rooms for families in the county. We will also be able to open these rooms up so that if we have a larger family, we have space to accommodate them. Right now, we don't have that. We will expand the shelter to an 80-bed capacity. We have 68 beds currently. Okay, so I mentioned earlier today that we have an event coming up, Come Together, on April 20th. It is our gala event. We hope that you will join us for that event. We're going to be talking more about the build of the Haven Center. I will probably cry again when I talk at that. But it's because I am so passionate about what we're doing and the difference that this is all going to make in the community. We know that there are needs out there that can't be met right now, and we are trying to take steps to prevent that from continuing to happen. So tickets are on sale for Come Together. We hope that you'll be able to join us for that. If you're interested in sponsorships, those are still available as well. So again, that's April 20th. Our annual meeting will be coming up on June 28th. That will be a hybrid event in person and virtual. And our family-friendly walk will be happening on August 19th at Lorain County Community College. We invite all of you to get involved in what we're doing here. As you can see, it's very exciting and it's a lot of fun. I'm hoping that the chefs had a great time today. I know we had fun watching them, and I hope you did too. And if you want more information about Neighborhood Alliance and what we do, you can visit our website at myneighborhoodalliance.org. Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you for your support.
Well, again, congratulations, Alicia, and appreciate your leadership and your commitment to this work. And I know it isn't easy, but you all have done a great job making it look easy today. And just want to encourage the community out there to support this organization. You know, as there's mentioned, you can find ways to do that online. I'm sure they accept donations online as well. So please continue to support this organization. And yeah, again, I just, again, want to congratulate the board, the staff, and all the people who helped make today happen. Can we give them a hand, please? And I also want to give a thank you to all the chefs and the sous chefs and everyone who came out today, taking time out of your day to volunteer and help out, to serve, and make this a special day for everyone. So you didn't have to do that. And so I want to acknowledge you all and thank you all. So let's please give them a hand. The food was amazing. I've had a chance to try almost everything. And yeah, I look forward to eating more in the future. But let's go through what the results are. So the winner by unanimous decision is LeBron James, aka Chef Michael Castro. Yes. Yeah, come on up. Congratulations. Thank you, sir. We have a nice plaque for you. You want to come right in the middle of us? Good stuff, man. Congratulations. Yes, no doubt about it. Yes. And we want to welcome up our other two chefs to come up as well. Sean and Angel, please come on up. You know, y'all are pros and vets as well. But there was no loser in this for sure. Y'all definitely set a standard here. And I thank y'all big time. Thank you so much. No doubt about it. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yes, thank y'all for your service. For sure.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Big time. Thank you. Yes, so yes, y'all continue to support the organization, continue to support Alicia and the board. If you want to volunteer, get involved, go on the website and do so. And again, congratulations to the day, this wonderful celebration we've had, and looking forward to many more years to come. All right, thank you. For sure.